Recently, a mod called SentientSands was released, and this mod brings AI into Kenshi. It allows you to speak to any NPC in the game. It also allows your companions to have random conversations as you explore the world. And my favorite feature being that you can recruit any NPC in the game if you can persuade them through dialogue, which is awesome. But it's very much still a work in progress. But for what it offers currently, it is definitely worth having and makes the experience a lot more enjoyable and immersive. So I'm going to show you how you can install this mod. On the Steam Workshop, you'll see a link to Re Kenshi and Kenshi Lib, which are two mods that we need to download. Now, Re Kenshi is really easy to install since it's a .x file, and Kenshi Lib we'll just need to drag and drop the contents of into our Kenshi game directory. So let me show you how to do that real quick visually so you can see for yourself. So we're going to click on the GitHub link to Re Kenshi, and then the GitHub link to Kenshi Lib. Once you're on this page, download this top file here to download Kenshi Lib, and then for Re Kenshi, download the top file here. Alright, so once you've downloaded both Re Kenshi and Kenshi Lib, we're going to open both of the mods up. So we got Re Kenshi and Kenshi Lib. Let's open both of them up. We can close our browser here. Now you're going to run the rekenshi.x file here, which should be a very easy install. It'll ask for you to locate your Kenshi game directory, but it should do it automatically for you. Then you just hit next and wait a few seconds. I would make sure automatic updates are enabled and also the desktop shortcut is enabled because we're going to need to launch the game from that shortcut. Now you just need to hit next and finish the installation. I'm going to hit exit because I already have it installed. So once that's done for you, Re Kenshi is installed. So now we just need to download the Player 2 application, which is a free AI app that allows the mod to work. Unless you want to run your own AI model locally on your own hardware, which you can also do with the Player 2 app. Also, if you are using Player 2 and you want to play 100% free, make sure you switch your AI model to the OSS 120B model, as it doesn't use any tokens. You'll be able to play forever. And finally, just make sure you've subscribed to SentientSands on the Steam Workshop. Alright, so when you launch the game, you're going to make sure Player 2 is open and running in the background. And also make sure you launch the game from the Re Kenshi shortcut. Now just make sure that the SentientSands mod is enabled. As for mods that aren't compatible with it, any mod that adds more names to the game, I would disable. And then you can hit play, and the mod should work. Now, I'm going to go over how you can use it in game, because it was kind of confusing my first time. Once you're in game, you'll see this pop-up menu, reminding you of how to use the mod. We're going to close this, and I will now show you what the buttons on the AI panel do. So the dialogue library just keeps track of all of your conversations with every single NPC, and the world event log is basically just a way for the AI to keep track of your recent events. It also helps keep the AI somewhat relevant when they randomly spark up a conversation, which you can also force generate a world event, but I don't really mess with that. I just let it do its own thing. Next we have the AI settings, and on this window you can configure quite a few things. Like the radiant timer dictates how often random conversations happen in the world. And for the dialogue delay I have mine set to 7 seconds, and for the chat key the default is /. You can change it to any of these other keys here. I kept it on default though. And then we have the radiant button, which just means random conversations are turned on. And then we have probably the most important setting, which is the bubble life timer. Unless you can read as fast as Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting, I highly recommend turning it up to like 15 seconds at least. And then lastly, if you're using Player 2, just make sure the large language model and provider are set to Player 2. Then we have the campaign manager, which if you make a new game, you're going to want to hit the create a new campaign button here. Otherwise it'll roll over all of the AI memory to your new game. Also, let's say you f*** up a conversation and need to load your game, there's a button to actually wipe the AI's memory past that day in the game, which is extremely useful. I kinda wish the AI influence mod for Bannerlord had that option. And then lastly, we have the profile editor, which is very useful. I haven't utilized it to its full potential, but you can customize your own backstory, which I think affects how the AI treats you, and also create a description for your own faction, which I have yet to do. And when you're ready to talk to an NPC, click on them, and then hold, not click, hold the talk button down for a second, and it'll bring up the chat interface, and then you can talk with them. When I first loaded in, I thought the mod was broken because I kept clicking the talk button, but nothing would happen. And then thankfully I figured out that I just needed to hold it down for like a second. Okay, before I let you go, there's one more thing, and that is you can actually force a random conversation to happen by clicking on an NPC and hitting the trigger radiant button. This will trigger a whole conversation. Pretty great mod, I highly recommend it. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think it really brings the world to life, and at times the dialogue is so good that it's almost like it always belonged in the game, like it was handwritten, which is crazy. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped some of you install this mod. If so, please subscribe, it'll let me know that this video helped at least one person. Keep training, Agnew. One day we will return to exterminate the Thrall Masters.